Hi everyone, this is Advocacy from Pageant Empress, and I have a guest with me all the way from South Africa. Hello, Miss Catherine.
Hello, George. Thank you for having me, and hello to everybody that's watching. It's so lovely to be speaking to you today. I'm really excited.
And Catherine is one of the applicants for the upcoming Miss South Africa 2021 beauty pageant. It is one of the biggest national pageants, so I'm really excited to see a redhead, hopefully be a finalist pageant. Yes, can you please introduce yourself to our viewers watching this video?
Hello, everybody. My name is Catherine Rose Groenewald, and I'm 23 tomorrow on the 15th of June. Yeah, I'm very excited. So 22 currently. Thank you. I'm a full-time graphic design student. So I'm in my last year at university. I'm actually on holiday now, which is fantastic. And I'm also a baker. I have an online bakery. I've actually got a cake in the oven now for my birthday tomorrow. And I'm a fitness instructor. So I teach a bar class, which is like a ballet-inspired fitness. It's hardcore, let me tell you, but it's fantastic. Right. And yeah, I'm just really excited to be entering Miss South Africa this year. I hope it's my year.
I've been following Catherine since last year because she also joined Miss South Africa last year, and I was so excited. And now she's here again, and hopefully this time she'll get in. Before we start the interview officially, I make all my guests do like an introduction in a very fun way. So like, if you remember Miss Universe or Miss Grand,
yes,
you have to like put a hand on the hips and like say your full name, age, and South Africa with a lot of energy. Will you be able to do that for us?
Catherine Groenewald, South Africa. Woo! Very excited. I get goosebumps just thinking about it or saying it even, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, manifest and it will definitely happen. Obviously, first you need to say Cape Town for South Africa and then Miss South Africa.
I was thinking Miss Universe already, to be honest. I was already ahead of the game.
I want to take you back in your childhood. So where did you grow up and how are you as a teenager?
I grew up in Benoni in Johannesburg. It's a really small little area in Johannesburg. And I lived there with my family till I was 4. And then I moved to Cape Town. I would say Cape Town's my real home because I've been here since then. And I've lived with my parents. I still live with them. I've got 2 siblings. They're 12 and 10 years older than me. So we've got quite a big age gap, but I love it. They're like my protectors. I'm very close to my family. And my grandpa actually inspired me to enter Miss South Africa many years ago when I was a lot younger. So hopefully I can win for him this year. But yeah, I had a great childhood. I was very fun, and I think my parents were quite strict, so quite respectful, hopefully, what I like to think. And I had great friendships, and I still have those friendships from junior school, which is fantastic. And I stayed at the same school from when I was about 4, when I moved to Cape Town. So yeah, I had a long time there. And then after school, I went to a university in Cape Town called Stellenbosch, and I studied a BCom. But in my 3rd year, I realized it wasn't for me. So I took the very brave step of leaving and moving to the university I'm at now, which I absolutely love, doing design. As you can see, I've got my paintings up on the wall. I'm very artistic.
Behind you.
Yes. I love art. Thank you.
I'm also very creative. Like I actually did I don't know in South Africa what they have, but I did my schooling in London, United Kingdom. So because of that, I did GCSE. I took graphics, art, and media studies. So I feel like we are very similar because I did a background check on you. Yeah.
Yes, we're very similar. I love that.
What is your educational background? So what are you currently studying?
I'm doing a BA in visual communications. So basically it involves graphic design, digital design, marketing, visual communications, photography, art direction, and illustrations. It's a whole lot of different artistic things, but I'm majoring in graphic design. I love it. I absolutely love it. And my university is really cool. It's very small. There's about 10 people in my graphic class and 40 people in my year. So it's very small and you get a lot of attention. So you have to work really hard, which is great. A lot of pressure, but I like it. And it's a very creative campus. So it's all open planned and we sit in big groups. So we discuss all our things and our design. And yeah, it's been really great because the people that I study with are so unique and everyone's so different. And it's been a really great eye opener, and just meeting people that are different is so cool. So yeah, I love it.
Since you talked about graphic, and also I did graphics, I have a little bit of knowledge about it. So which field of graphic design do you really enjoy? Which part of it?
I would say packaging is probably my favorite because I don't know about you, but when I am in a shop, the packaging is what grabs me. I love packaging. It can either make something look so good or not so great. So I love packaging. I actually just finished a project where we had to create packaging for this macadamia brand, and it had to be African inspired. So I had so much fun with all these patterns and African colors. So yeah. And what about you?
Actually, you know what? That's one part of graphic design I kind of struggled, especially in high school, like the packaging part. I was good with the Photoshop, InDesign, like Illustrator. I was
Yes.
good with all this computer stuff, but the physically making it, I was like, oh, I was a little bit struggling. So I didn't do
I'm
that.
not very good at making it.
Okay.
My boxes always end up, a bit wonky, but it's the design that I like.
That's it. Yeah, I was like, design-wise, I had like A plus, but like for them actually, physically do like the packaging, I think I got like B or C. And I was like a little bit disappointed being Asian, in me. I was like, I want that C, but yeah,
of
so
course.
it's fine.
We got similar interests. It's fun.
Have you joined any other beauty pageants before joining this year's Miss South Africa?
Not any other pageants, but in 2019 I entered. I was about 19 when I entered, and I definitely wasn't ready, I don't think, but I thought I was at the time. So I entered, and I'm glad I did, because I did learn a lot, and I made it to the top 30. So I flew to Johannesburg and did some interviews. But like I said, I don't think I was just in the right space of mind. And I've grown a lot since then. So I entered last year again. I was really excited, and I got some insane support from everybody, which was great. And then unfortunately I didn't make it. I was a bit bummed, but I knew that when it's my time, it's my time. I keep saying that, but I really do believe it. So I'm coming back for a third year, and I'll come back for a fourth if I need to. I'm very determined. And I think, as someone that wants to be Miss South Africa, you want to set an example of keep going, keep trying, no matter how many times, you get pushed down. So I'm back again, even more ready, very excited, even more excited than the previous years. And I was very excited last year and the year before. So yeah.
Amazing. So I would really love to know, I think a lot of people would also love to know this one. So why did you enter the Miss South Africa beauty pageant?
When I was younger, it sounds silly, but I've always had a feeling in me that I was born to have a voice for other people. And I never really understood when I was younger how that would be, whether that be in being an actress or being a motivational speaker. And as I've grown older, so basically, let me go back a bit. In school, I did quite averagely. I was quite an average student. I got, 70s, 80s, and my school was very academic. So I always kind of felt like the underdog. And I left school and everything changed. And I knew I came into my power. It was so cool. Yeah. And I kind of knew the whole time I was just learning and observing through school. I think, I was just taking in a lot of information, and I left school and everything just opened up to me. And I knew I had to enter Miss South Africa. And, in South Africa, there's so many people that need help here. So it's such a great country to enter this in. And I think, I'm such a privileged girl, and I've come from such a lovely family, and I've had such a great education. So it's my duty to help those who don't have that. And I genuinely love helping people. I know it sounds, everyone says that, but I think a lot of people won't understand why I don't have that kind of thing on my Instagram, but I choose to do my charity work and whatever secretly or privately, because I think it's something that you don't need to tell everyone about. And I think it means more when you keep it to yourself and you help people out of like the genuineness of your heart, not to impress anybody. So yeah, that's basically how I entered, is to speak for the people that can't speak and to make a change in South Africa that really needs the help. So yeah.
That's amazing.
To sum it up.
I'm sure a lot of international viewers can definitely agree with me on this, that South Africa has done a tremendously incredible job in international pageants. You have 2 Miss Universe recently, Miss World, Rolin, who's like probably like one of the best Miss World of all time. So no pressure. How does it feel to come from such no pressure to you?
Firstly, I think it's just something to be so proud of as a South African, especially as a woman in South Africa, because women have faced some really difficult times here in our past. And to see a woman like Sozi just break those barriers and, change what beauty used to be defined as, is just so incredible. And all our South African women that have done well are just, such powerhouses, and they make us so proud. So I don't actually feel the pressure. It's more I just get inspired by their legacy and their greatness, and to hopefully get onto their level and do them proud.
How are your preparations going on for Miss South Africa 2021?
Someone actually said to me the other day, one of my very good friends said, Catherine, you've been preparing for this for the last year and you didn't even realize it. And it made me so emotional because I really have been doing things and I didn't even realize it until he said that have been preparing me both mentally and physically, because I think it's definitely a combination. But I'm starting some very exciting things this week that I'm going to keep under wraps. A bit of a secret because I've been at university honestly about 17 hours every day for the past 5 weeks. It's been a bit tough to prepare, but when I get to bed I kind of manifest and write down why I'm doing it, what I want out of it, that kind of thing. Go to gym every day, keep my body healthy. But this week I'm starting proper preparation and I'm excited. Can't wait.
I'm sure there's a lot because you have been waiting for 3 years, right? Preparing since 2019.
Yes.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the final night. So as you are from Cape Town, how will you promote your hometown to our international viewers, including myself, who has never visited Cape Town before?
So proud of Cape Town. So when family members from overseas or friends come here, I love being the tour guide. I'm very, very proud. So I'm going to describe Cape Town to you. So number one, we have the most unbelievable food, let me tell you. So we have the African influence, the Dutch Afrikaans influence, we have the English influence. It's just incredible. And all our restaurants are great, honestly. I had an amazing 5-course lunch yesterday for my pre-birthday with my parents. And it's literally right around the corner from my house. And like all our food is grown here. And there's so much love that's in food in Cape Town. So the food, number one. Number two, the beauty. I'm sure you've seen photos, but every part of Cape Town is unbelievably beautiful. You have the oceans right next to the mountains, and you have fynbos, which is a South African bush that's natural to our habitat, and it's kind of like succulents and that kind of thing. We have the most insane sunsets in the world. I think so. And our people. I think that is the best part about Cape Town is everyone is so diverse, but we've got a really loving culture here, and people are so accepting of one another from what I've received in my life. And it's the most incredible place, and we have so much history and culture and music and dancing. It's just vibrant and happy, and it's like an explosion of love here. It's just, I love it so much. Very grateful to be living in this city.
What is the best thing about being a South African?
The diversity in our country is something to be so proud of. And we have so many different types of people here from such different backgrounds, different languages. It's just so great to be a part of something so strong. And we've come such a long way in our history. And it's something to be so proud of. We've got a long way to go, but we're on our way there. And it's just so great. As a young person in South Africa, I think my generation is so accepting of one another, and we're so, keen to build each other up. It's really incredible, honestly. So I'm so proud to be young in South Africa and be part of that generation that's changing things for our future and our children's future.
As you're one of the smaller contestants or applicants for Miss South Africa this year, does height matter in winning beauty pageants? What do you think?
I used to be so scared of being short, especially when I started modeling. I was about 17, 18, and I used to think it would get in the way. And then I realized as soon as I stepped foot in the industry that it's actually got nothing to do with your height. I think your personality and your confidence and obviously like your facial structure and all that makes way more of a difference than your height. So no, I don't think so. I think, it's all about representing all different types of women these days. So I'll happily represent the shorter ladies. And make them proud, hopefully.
It's funny, people, because a lot of people, especially pageant fans, they do not know that in Miss Universe, Miss World, and I think, I'm not wrong, Miss International, 3 of the pageants out of the big 5 pageants, they do not have height requirement, which means you could be any height and you can still compete in Miss Universe and Miss World, the big 2 ones. If you remember, Australia was only 5'3", 160 centimeters. So she made it top 10. So clearly, height clearly does not matter.
Yes, I love that. I think, especially in 2021, it's all
Yeah.
about accepting everybody. And that includes your height, because I think sometimes we forget about that kind of thing. So super tall ladies, super short ladies, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of just the way you were born and doesn't get in the way of your intelligence.
As we know, Miss South Africa has 3 different international pageants. As you can see behind me, they are going to 3 different international pageants: Miss Universe, Miss World, and Miss Supranational. When you win Miss South Africa, which international pageant you want to join?
Honestly, I'd be happy to go to any of them, but if I had to pick, it would definitely be Miss Universe. I've just always dreamt of going there since I was a little girl. And seeing Zosie and Demi win is just something that I want to do. And it's such a great organization. I mean, all of them are. But Miss Universe just has something special in my heart. So that's where I'm manifesting to go to.
Now let's play a fun game. Okay, I have 10 questions, fun questions. In this game, it's called one choice, which means you have to pick one out of 2 options. Okay, it's
Love
very
it.
simple.
Okay,
Only
I'm
one.
ready.
Mountains or beach?
Mountains, because I like the idea of like a wood log cabin in the woods kind of thing. I think I'm going mountain. It's a difficult one, and I get burnt when I go to the beach because I'm so fair. So definitely the mountains.
Okay, that makes sense. Cats or dog?
Dogs, 100%. 100%.
Same. I have dogs too, so I'm really happy you're a dog person. Winter or summer?
Summer.
Travel to the future or go back to the past?
Back to the past. I'd love to revisit my childhood.
True love or $1 million US, and why?
Honestly, I definitely would pick true love. I'm the most hopeless romantic, and when I fall in love, I fall in love, let me tell you. And my dream is to have a little family one day. Yeah. So 100%.
So true love, right, for you? Okay. Next up, it's about pageants. So evening gown or swimsuit?
Evening gown. I love the glamour.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
Countryside or city?
Oh, I'm going to have to go 50-50. I know that's boring, but I just love them both equally, I think. But you know what? When I'm young, city. When I'm older, countryside. There we go.
Always be 20 minutes early or always be 20 minutes late?
I'm always early.
Spicy food or non-spicy food?
I'm going to go spicy food because it means I can travel to more places in the world and be able to eat their food.
So as a model, like how many countries have you traveled outside of South Africa?
71, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I've been I think I've been to almost every single continent. It's the best thing I've ever been blessed with is going to traveling like this. I did music, so I went to music tours. We went to multiple countries, and then I've been on a cruise where we've been to multiple countries. So I mean, some of them are just a day, but I think it still counts.
As long as you landed with your feet in that country, that includes. Your favorite city you have visited so far?
I went to Cyprus with my family 2 years ago because my mom was adopted. So she looked for her parents for 40 years. Right. Yeah, it's the most incredible story. And she found her dad 2 years ago. And we flew to visit him in Cyprus. It gives me goosebumps, honestly. And he didn't even know my mom was born. So he found out in 2019 that my mom was born. And we visited him. And it was the most unbelievable experience of my life. So I've got a whole new family in Cyprus. So I would say, Cyprus is my favorite purely because of my family. But that's I love all the countries in the world.
Yeah, it's Mediterranean. I'm sure the place is beautiful. Architecture, man, you name it, everything is good out of the world.
Everything. I love it, and the food is good.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
First thing is just to be happy. Secondly, have a job that I love and work in an industry that I love. Having a voice and being a great role model, and quite a significant role model for a lot of women specifically, but men and women. Speaking about mental health, that's really important to me. I'd love to be married or have a family of my own, and be living comfortably and traveling and seeing the world.
What is your advocacy that you have been working on?
Last year and this year, I am advocating for mental health awareness. And I think it's an important issue because although people speak about it, there is still a stigma. And in South Africa, in certain cultures, it's definitely a stigma. And lots of people just can't speak about it to their loved ones. And then lots of people can't afford a psychologist. And I've struggled with mental health myself, and I go to a psychologist every 2 weeks, and it's kind of just a way to, make sure my mind is healthy, because just as I'm a fitness instructor and I focus on my body being healthy, it's honestly, I'm sure you can agree, just as important to fuel your mind and look after your mind. Because I've struggled with mental health, I think the one that I can speak about the most truthfully, I love listening to people, and I think mental health and helping people with mental health is a lot about just listening and just being there, not necessarily giving, advice all the time. Sometimes you just want someone to sit back, not judge you, and just listen. And I would love to be that for somebody, or as many people as I can. Empower people and make them realize that you should just ask for help. Because I was really scared to ask for help, and it took a long time, a lot of strength to be able to ask for help. And then when you do, you're just looking after yourself and creating a better future for yourself. So
let's move on to a little bit of a fun question now, because I feel like we're talking too serious topic. So do you have any special talents?
I mean, I did dancing from when I was about 3 to when I was about 19. So I did ballet, quite hardcore ballet. And then I did hip hop for 4 years, which was interesting. So I would say dancing, kind of. And then because I bake in December, I taught myself how to ice cakes. So it's really cool. Yeah, I do like really cool icing. I'm actually going to ice mine this afternoon for tomorrow. So I can ice, I can make penguins and ice roses and all kinds of things. Yeah, like realistic flowers. It's really, really cool.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Confident, honest, and selfless. I'm confident because I got bullied a lot for when I was younger for having red hair and having freckles and pale skin. I think a lot of people say that, but I really did get bullied, and I never really liked it, and I kind of always felt insecure when I was growing up. And then one day I went to my modeling agency, and they took my makeup off, and they made my hair go curly like it naturally is, and they said, Catherine, you're so beautiful the way you are, like the way you're born. And it really clicked, and I was like, oh, I finally felt beautiful for the first time without anything extra added on. So yeah, I'm really confident in who I am and happy with who I am. And then honest, I really value honesty in people, and I would much rather someone be honest with me than sugarcoat something to make me feel better, kind of thing. I think the world would be a better place if people just were honest about everything. So I try and be honest and true to myself and to other people all the time. And lastly, selfless. I think my mom is a really selfless person, so I try and emulate her, and just put other people first before myself. I think it's a good quality to have. I try and do it. I'm not saying I'm perfect and I do it all the time, but I do try and make it a conscious effort to put others before myself.
And like you kind of touched on, you're a natural redhead, right? And unfortunately, around the world, we do not have enough of you guys of redheads. So did you get bullied when you were in high school? Or like, how was the experience as a redhead in high school?
It was more when in junior school, because I was like super pale, and my hair was really wild. And I think kids don't understand people that are different. And they used to like rub their hands near my hair and pretending I was on fire, and just such silly things, but it really actually used to affect me. I know. Yeah, it really affected me. I used to come home crying all the time in junior school and preschool. And then it stopped when I got to high school, because I became a lot stronger and I just didn't take it anymore. And then when I left at the end of school and I left high school, I kind of grew into my look and I became a lot more confident. And then people kind of see your beauty when you believe in your own beauty. But it definitely made me stronger. So it wasn't like a bad part of my life at all.
What message do you have for fellow redheads who are maybe getting bullied or discriminated just because they have different type of hair or features? So how would you make them feel better? So any message you would like to give them?
I think this goes for anybody that's struggling with something that is different about them. And I think we're all so unique, and everyone has something that they're insecure about. But to other people, it's probably what they find most beautiful about you in terms of your physical looks. And being unique is such a gift. I wish I could have told myself this when I was younger. I love seeing people that are unique and different. I always find them the most beautiful, and I'm sure you do too. You were born that way for a reason. All that was in place for a reason. Everything's meant for you. So use that power that you have to encourage somebody else. And that's another way to be more beautiful.
I agree.
I think.
And a fun way of looking at it is, let's say you're in Miss South Africa and there are like 10 contestants, right? Let's say, for example, like top 10. And
Yes.
if you are the only redhead, you will stand out. So you have to think too.
Oh,
In terms of pageantry, you'll stand out
yes,
immediately. So be smart.
exactly.
So yeah.
I
So
love
that's,
it. We make up, so blue eyes and red hair make up 2% of the entire population. Don't you think that's insane?
yes.
It's so cool. And I think also another reason to be proud of having red hair is the fact that it shows that you've got other genes in you. It's so
Yeah.
cool. You know, there's some Irish blood back in my
Right.
genes there. It's so awesome. I think it's something to be so proud of, being 2% of the population.
Who is your favorite Miss South Africa winner and why?
Dorsey. She broke so many barriers and she's such a great inspiration for so many women. And I love that she has short hair, and we haven't seen that very often in the pageant world. So she's just such a great role model and she's so strong. I actually was so lucky. I met her when I was in South Africa in 2019. She was in my year when she won. Yeah. And it was so great seeing her, you know, in the room full of all these beautiful girls. There was 30 of us, and she was really humble and so quiet. And then she stepped into her power and she was completely this, you know, incredible, inspirational woman. So yeah, I'm so proud to be South African when I see her representing our country.
She created history by having the longest reign, first of all, and the first woman with short hair to win the crown. What is the most important issue your generation are facing today?
Especially in South Africa, there's just such an inequality when it comes to education. We have complete opposites. We have great education for people that can afford it and such bad education for those who can't. And it always leaves us with a gap. And we want to, you know, lessen that gap and make it smaller. And the only way we could do that is by having equal levels of education. And I think this is actually a problem in a lot of countries in the world. There's always kind of like an imbalance, and it shouldn't be like that.
What is the first thing you will do when you win Miss South Africa crown?
The first thing I'm going to do is pray to my grandpa, because yeah, he's literally inspired me since day one to go for everything, and I've gone for everything because I want to make him proud. So that's the first thing I do when I'm standing on that stage, just thinking like, thank you, very grateful for that inspiration in my life. And then when it gets to the real world, outside of that, I want to get my hands on some projects, and I want to take all my beautiful gowns off and take my makeup off and really start helping people. I really love it when I see a queen with no makeup on and she's in her sweats and she's relatable and she's on the floor, her hands are dirty, she's, you know, scooping, I don't know, dirt out the ground. That's what I want to be like. And I want to be really relatable.
Right.
And for people to see me in my natural form. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is go and actually get my hands on a project and do something and make a change.
Are beauty pageants still relevant in today's society?
I think the word beauty pageant isn't relevant necessarily, but the idea of a beauty pageant and what they are in today's society is so relevant, because we've seen these women that have changed what beauty used to be. Exorzi is the perfect example that we spoke about just now. And, you know, these women are changing things for our futures and inspiring our children, which is such an important thing to do. And it's just so different to what it used to be back in the day. And I absolutely love that. And I can see myself in these women, even though they look different to me, just by the way that they speak and the way that they empower us women in general. So yes, they're 100% relevant. I think so. Because I see myself in these women and they inspire me. So that's what's important. That's the goal at the end of the day.
If you can change one thing about the world, what would it be and why?
I just would love peace, like peace between cultures and races and everyone, just to be peaceful. But I think that comes down more to just economic equality. If everyone could be equal economically, it would make the world such a great place. Can you imagine? I mean, wow, it would be fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I think just love between everybody would be the best thing that could happen to the world.
Okay, I have the last question. We've come to an end.
Yes.
Are you ready? It's probably the most important
Of course.
question. All right, perfect.
Okay.
Why should you be the next Miss South Africa?
I think I should be the next Miss South Africa because I'm strong, I'm honest, and I'm ready to speak for all of those who can't speak. I'm ready to be authentically myself, take off my makeup and be one with everyone, and be here to listen and not to judge, and to be a role model for both men and women, and to speak about mental health awareness from my personal experience to help others. And I really think I was born for it, and I will dedicate my life to helping others 100% and to bring out my country and make it a better place.
Great final answer. You should be very proud of
Thank you,
yourself,
George.
Catherine. I am hoping that we'll get, hopefully, a third IMG Miss Universe crown with you. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's manifest.
Yes, I'm ready.
I had such a great time talking to you. I think we talked for about 40 or like 45 minutes. I had a great time talking to you. I hope you had a good time too.
Oh, I loved it. Thank you, George. It was so great speaking to you. I think we've got so much in common. It makes it so nice.
Yeah, I really like it when we have chemistry. So like, we can just keep on talking and
Yeah.
talk. Thanks guys for watching this video. Thank you, Catherine, for doing this interview with me. So where can our viewers follow you on Instagram to support you for Miss South Africa?
So you can follow me on @Catherine.Groenewald. It's Groenewald. It's quite a difficult one. Yeah, I kind of post what I do on the daily, and you'll see some workout things and some baking. So yeah, I'd love your support, and please feel free to message me if you need any support yourself. Yeah, I'm here to chat to everybody.
Yes. Make sure to follow her on her journey, and hopefully, fingers crossed, she will be the next Miss South Africa 2021.
Yes.
Saying that, I'm going to say have a great day, and thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.